Well, that was my mistake. Well, oopsie, I accidentally added water. Alright, so I'm kind of just looking at this really quickly. I'm trying to like make sure I mark off everything I've done so far, because so far here I still need to do, I'm gonna do the icy chip now, which I don't even know if I did this yet. I know I'm not exactly 100% sure, but I needed an icy chip, which needs to go through. Actually, let me check the cutter. Let me see if this is all there, because I don't even remember. And I did put it in here. The icy chip is actually in here. Okay, so the icy chip is another piece that's actually finished. Now I just got to do 10 bolts and the geo things. And I know I do got to do the other chips, the lower chips. I got to do the good chips and I got to do the lower chips. I know I still got to do... Wait a minute. Wait a hot minute. What did it say that I could use? Could I use... Wait, can I use one of these as... Wait, basic integrated chips. Wait, does that mean I can use these as smaller chips? That would be crazy. Oh, so can I just go through this process and use these circuits? Smaller but more powerful. That's what I don't know if the tag means that. I don't know. Maybe I'll have to test it at some point once I'm actually able to make these things. Alright, let's start off with the 10 volt. How would I want to do this? The extruder does do nicely, or I could use the cutter, or I could use the extruder. Actually, we're going to use an extruder. So that means we got to make a bolt mold, which is made in a forming press. I have one of these. So I need to make an extruder. Wait, I gotta make this? Wait, huh? Okay, quickly, I want to make a mold. Where's this press that... Wait, is it in my inventory? I think it might be in my inventory, actually. Yeah, forming press is what I need. Yeah, okay, so we're going to now make this mold. Alright, so I think the way I needed to do this is actually do stuff like this. So now I should have the ability to make the bolt mode. Yep, there it is, the bolt mode. Alright, so now that I actually have that, to make these bolts, I just need to put them in an extruder. Okay, that's not the most hardest thing to do. Well, that was my mistake. I needed to actually use the forming press. So, yeah, there we go. So now if we just stick that in there, now this forming press and everything should work once it's ready to go. So there we go. So now it's actually got the forming press, which should go off and now make me the 10 bolts, just like I asked it to. So I think this should now be good. So now this should just go straight in. I don't think there's anything else I'm missing. I think I'm good. Alright, so now that I've actually done this part, so I've now done the bolt and everything. So the bolt is now done. So I have almost everything done here. Now I just need to automate these things, the diodes, which take some stuff that I hate making. I'm gonna be honest. I hate making some of this stuff. Not gonna lie. I guess I can use this recipe right here. I can't even lie. I guess I could use this recipe. I don't know. I'm just trying to think here. So, is that the recipe I wanted? Wait a minute. I don't remember that being the recipe. Yeah, I wanted to do one of these ones with 2 instead of... That's what I wanted to do, was do one of the ones with 2, not... Yeah, I think I'll rather do this Gengar stuff. Okay, so... Alright, there we go. Got it. Now I just gotta make everything within this. But first, we're actually going to start off with the Gengar, or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, you have to like put it through a packager. It's super something. Yeah, here we go. To actually get this excitic dust, we actually gotta take the Realgar that we are getting and put it through a centrifuge. And that's how we get sulfur dust and aster mystic dust. And then we gotta combine those two in a mixer to get Gengar dust. Okay, see, it's simple stuff like that that I could literally automate because we have Yemi system. Oh my god, watch me do my work. And since we're making Realgar, just literally over here, we have 3k of it. So now we gotta take this and turn it into Realgar dust. What's the best way of doing this? And plus, I also want to get as much out of this as possible also. Engineering network? What is that? Could reach 120 channels. Holy Jesus. Yeah, I believe it. I believe it. I believe it that we're on that many channels, to be honest. I've done so much, but it still feels so little at the same time. Okay, I've messed up here. I'm supposed to put this through another machine. I think I have to put it through an ore grinder. Okay, that's what I do need to do. Alright, let me go get myself an ore grinder, because that is seemingly what I'm going to need to make right here, and to turn the Realgar into actually crushed ore and sulfur and more stone. Okay, seems like I gotta get more stuff. Alright, so if we start pumping this with this stuff, it should start working. There we go. Okay, so now that this is actually now pumping, I want this to pump in this direction. So this should give me multiple different items, if not this time. Okay, so what we're going to do now is actually put this here and put 3 at most, because that's what it says it outputs. 3 different items. Alright, so if I just do it like that, there we go. Now that should completely just continuously export, and the reason why I don't want to make sure I leave items in here because this couldn't give me sulfur and stuffs and stone dust, which always can be used in other sorts of production just to have it. Alright, and now that after we got the Realgar, I now want to put it through some washing, which I could easily put it through. Oh yeah, you could, or if you just wanted you could literally just get rid of stuff completely, but I want this other stuff, like sulfur could be useful for the future, so I'm going to need to ore wash it with distributed water. Not hard. Alright, and there we go. Wow, this is just already, so I did this, so now it's already making me, oh boy. Okay, give me a second there. Give me a second there. Okay, hold up a second. Okay, I need to put down another drawer, a couple more drawers. Holy Jesus, I didn't expect it to just start rolling with the cash. It's kind of crazy. Alright, so if we just take all of this out, because we need to put this in there, sulfur in there, and then also, where'd the stone dust go? Where'd the stone? Bro, no. Where'd my stone? Oh, I never took it out. No wonder I couldn't find it. I don't know if this is actually going to produce me anything. I don't know. Super weird. But sure, I thought it was gonna give me something, but we'll just be there for extra case. And now this is making me the purified Realgar ore. Alright, there we go. So now that should be now. I don't think this has even made me a single one of those items. It has not. It's really weird. I ain't gonna bother with it though. So, but there we go. Now we're making purified. So we're turning this regular Realgar and we're ore crushing it into this. I know, but like, oh, you should have just gone done this. Maybe, but maybe I should. Maybe now that I'm thinking about it, because this does go up one. Ugh, that means I'll have extra stuff. Ugh, okay. And we need this anyway. Alright, so I switched it out with a shifter, and now it's pretty much running smoothly. And yeah, there you go. There's the stuff that we need right there. So we're just going to quickly make sure I configure it all to make sure it's all logged up. And now we just connect it, make sure they're all together. And there we go. So now we just gotta kind of put all the flawless where it belongs. Alright, so the next part of business is now that I got the purified Realgar dust, because we actually need it to be this Gengar stuff. So what we're going to want to do now is that we gotta take it and then ore wash it. Which in doing so, we could do this a couple different ways. We could put it through the centrifuge, but in doing so would give us a chance of automating dust, or we can go straight through it, but we only have water. So this does take a little faster. I don't think it really matters on the time. Oh, well, it's... Wait, how fast does this get? 2.5 seconds? Okay, there's like no way of beating that. It's 0.2 seconds, so while this is 2.5, that's not bad. We'll just use this. Alright, so now that we actually now have this, it's now making me the good old Realgar. And it... Oh wow, it actually makes me this stuff this time. I wasn't so sure if it was actually gonna make it for me. I'm gonna be honest. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I don't know. It feels like sometimes when... Alright, there we go. So now that we got all the Realgar dust, and this also over here is making us more Realgar and then flawless Realgar, so if we ever need it. And it seems like we're kind of going good. It seems like everything's kicking off nice to start. Still hasn't gave us anything. Oh, man. Alright, so now we have the Glorium dust. Now we need the acidic dust, which I think for me to make, don't I need to put it through something? I need to put it through a centrifuge. Okay, so I have to send the centrifuge through this recipe right here. So I gotta send this through another recipe or another centrifuge, which, oh wait, I just used the centrifuge. Alright, there we go. So now that's making me the other rank. There we go. Now we've automated the entire process of this. So we're making so much sulfur through this process. Well, a good amount. But now we're actually making it so it's completely automated now. So this is the process that I had to do to go through this. Like, I could have done it, skipped the couple processes, and just went straight to it, but I wanted some of this other stuff like sulfur and stuff and other gems. Okay, so now I need to worry about making this stuff, so I think it's through a mixer. It is through a mixer. Okay, so to make this stuff, I need not that. Not that. Yeah, I have the galenium. Alright, so that will make us that. So I know the galenium is just in stock, so I'll be good on that. I also need to turn this into piles of stuff, which what would be same thing. It's legit the same thing. Oh, I'm out of patterns. Oh, I'll just put this into the thing. Okay, we're not gonna get a packager. That's way too much. Oh, my mistake. I never realized. I didn't have this set to the right output. Oh, there we go. So that just completed. Yeah, nope. Didn't know that was a thing. I was wondering like why my system was not working with the auto crafting. Because I only have one thing to auto craft at a time right now. I want to increase that, but by a long shot. But yeah, this should now be free. There we go. Now I can actually craft. Yep, there you go. 10 more patterns because I didn't have enough patterns. All right, see what I want to do with the crafting table. I'm just gonna stick it straight into the monocular. Yeah, into one of these. Instead of trying to do all this other stuff into a packager, I can just throw it in there. It works just as fine. All right, and there we go. Now that's in the mixture. Now I just gotta worry about actually crafting it. So I have this. So it's now just this whatever this is. So actually, where do I even put this? Where do I even put this geode? Assembler. Okay, let's find out a good assembler. Alright, so now I have it in the assembler. How do I make this stuff? This pole, whatever it is? Ethylene air. Okay, so chemical reaction. So I guess I could always use air. And what is this? I honestly couldn't tell you. I don't know what any of this is. Okay, if I wanted to make this thing called the ethanol, is it what it's called? And now I need, oh wait, no, this is ethanol. Oh, creates diesel generators. Would that work? Wait, I swear I'm making this stuff. I am making it. So wait, could that work in this little thing here that I'm thinking of? What about the sulfuric acid? This is the stuff I don't even know what I'm even looking at. Hot? Oh god, that is deep into this mod pack. I am nowhere near that. Anything else here that could be used? I am looking. What about this? Sulfuristic. Wait, isn't that the same thing? That doesn't help. Okay, wait a minute. Sulfuric acid here can be made with water and sulfuric dioxide, which I've actually made, and I need to make a... Okay, so seemingly to make whatever this stuff is, this stuff is outrageous. Oh, okay, so that's what it seems like. Okay, so you see how if I switch between the two, you can tell one uses oxygen gas and one uses oxygen. Knowing how much of a pain this is to get, I may just do the better one. I guess I'm just gonna make a sulfuric acid farm for right now, because I have the water. I just need a chemical reaction here. So advanced chemical reactor, yeah, that's what I need. I'm going to need to make sulfur. I'm just gonna make a whole. This farm's about to go crazy. Okay, so what I want to do right now is actually get this all going. So for right now, yeah, I bought a couple more of these. I'm hoping I don't run out of diamonds or start going into the negative, even though I'm like at like 20k diamonds or something. But you know, I'm still scared though, because I haven't upgraded these dynamos yet, because I'm so focused on trying to get these chips automated first before I can. Because, oh my god, once I get everything automated, oh, it's such a process, but I will do that process. Alright, so if I want to make oxygen gas, okay, so I need to set this boy to number 1, and then set this to also number 1. So now that both of these will make me oxygen, which is one of those things where I'm going to put a super tank here, and just have it input, actually, I think is it liquids? I think it, actually, what even? I don't even know. Alright, there we go. So now that we got a bunch of air going, which is something we definitely are going to need to make the start of this. So let's just get rid of all this. So to make a sulfuric dioxide, I need oxygen gas. And the way to get oxygen gas is by literally taking a centrifuge and just taking a lot of air. So centrifuging this. Alright, there we go. So now this is actually filling up with air. And there we go. So now the centrifuges should be running, right? Oxygen gas. I'm making sure I did this right. Yeah, oxygen gas. It needs 10 buckets. Oh! And there we go. So now that it's making that. Okay, it doesn't use that much power. Okay, so I don't know. Am I making enough oxygen gas for all that? I'm just saying. Now this is making me the nitrogen gas and the oxygen gas, which is two things I'm going to save. Alright, there we go. So now that I have them completely split, so now that this will actually be separate things here, so now that we both got a bunch of nitrogen gas, which I think this is actually over here is using nitrogen gas. It is. Okay, so now I guess I'll have an actual farm for nitrogen gas, because I actually didn't have one. Okay, so now that I have this, actually maybe, no, I'm gonna keep it like this. Okay, so now I need to make sulfuristic dioxide, which is gonna need a chemical reaction chamber to make this. So, okay, so I just need the oxygen and sulfur dioxide. How do I make sulfur dioxide again? Ah, this recipe right here. Look, it uses both sulfur and oxygen dust. And we have tons of sulfur just being piled up, and that we can use. Alright, make sure I set this to number 2. So I to make the sulfuristic dioxide, I think wasn't it just a, oh wait, no, it wasn't this. I needed sulfurous dioxide, which takes the oxygen gas and sulfur. There we go. Now it's making me sulfuristic dioxide. I'm just chilling, bro. That's all I gotta say. I'm chilling with this game. Honestly, at this point, honestly, nothing can stop me. I'm unbeatable. Alright, there we go. So now we're making sulfuristic dioxide also now. So there we go. So now we got sulfuristic dioxide being made there. Now that I have the sulfuristic that. And now to make the sulfuristic dioxide, I need to do the same process but with the sulfuristic dioxide and oxygen gas. Simple as that. Alright, so right now it's literally just filling up the dioxide part of this, and then once the oxygen goes in, it should give me that favoritism sulfurate dioxide, which should be almost, I think, every part, and then I just add water to this, and then I get sulfuristic acid. Holy moly. Which goes into another chemical reaction, which once this actually starts making it, then I'll be happy. There it goes. It's now making me the sulfuristic dioxide, which now goes into here. This system is outrageous, okay? I get it. I'm just going with the wind here, but holy moly. Sorry, so if I put the sulfuristic dioxide and the oxygen gas in here, and now just straight up set it up like this, however you want it to actually input, there we go. So now that we actually got that, I'm just gonna make sure I hurry up, set all this up. Dude, this is amazing. This is 100% amazing. I made this look so much better and so much less complicated on myself just by making the machines kind of better. Well, this is a better, look how clean this setup looks. It's literally just a row going down, and it just continuously makes the higher level stuff, which is insane. Well, that was my mistake. Well, oopsie. I accidentally added water. I added the wrong stuff. That should now... I don't think I can get rid of that. Okay, that was a pure accident. I did not mean to put oxygen gas in here, which, yeah, nope. Water needs to go in here, not oxygen gas. But that should make me the sulfuristic acid. Handle with care. Wink, wink. I better. Because holy jeez. So now that I have half of this, now it's just the ethanol? I think it is. It's just the ethanol that I now need to make. So what would be the best way to make... What the world? Okay, so it seems that tags. It says that I could use this ethanol, which... That process isn't hard to duplicate. It just means transferring everything I built from over there to here, which isn't that hard.